All right, I was talking about a case in Houston. A city councilman who's also a criminal defense attorney handed out a card at a gathering. And the card told people not to talk to police. And it was unclear whether she was there as a city councilman or a criminal defense attorney or both. The Office of the Inspector General for the city did an investigation and found what she did to be unlawful, to have violated city laws. Well, Maurice called up, and he said I was lying.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
right? Because you were at the gathering.
You actually said that she said that. You didn't say the caller said that until I told you that I was there. Then you had to find a way to try to prove your point. The lady said personally out of her mouth is that you answer the law. You ask whatever question they ask you.
Okay, Maurice, let me ask you a question.
You give them what they need.
I got that.
She gave me examples of how to conversate with the police officers.
How to
like
what?
Having your driving license and your insurance right there so you don't have to reach for them.
Okay,
see,
Maurice,
maybe your white audience don't understand that we have to deal with police officers a lot different than you do.
Well, let me ask you this, Maurice. We'll get back to the issue. Do you think that police are the enemy?
No, I don't think police are the enemy. I think there's some bad cops and there's some good cops.
Okay.
And I could give you examples, Mike. I could give you examples. When I grew up in a neighborhood in Houston called Sunnyside.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
There was a lot
No. I've had this conversation, Maurice. I've had it. It's you're in a bad rut of a pattern that you're never going to be fixed from. So let's just stick to the.
No, brother. You don't even know who I am, so you better not. Don't put your stipulations on me.
I'm not putting my stipulations.
Hey.
I'm putting recriminations and respirations.
The thing is, I grew up in a bad neighborhood. All right, but I know the main drug dealer in the neighborhood wasn't a black street hood. The main drug dealer in the neighborhood was a white police officer.
What?
Right? Now I'm gonna tell you something. I met that police officer years later after he had changed himself, and we talked about the conversation. We talked about the situation.
Did y'all conversate?
Yeah, we conversated.
Okay.
Yeah, you can play your games with your word phrase. Yeah, I come out of Sunnyside, but I am very successful. So you can play your games with words and your educational.
I'm not doing all that, Maurice. Let me ask you this.
I know what you're doing, Mike. I listen to you every day. See,
Maurice.
I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a Republican. I'm in what you call a true independent. I believe in Christ. And I believe that Christ would
Maurice.
not allow neither one of us to be a Democrat or a Republican because they both are foul.
Did you vote for Obama? Did you vote for Obama or not?
Hey, no, I didn't vote for no Obama. I didn't vote for no Obama.
Who'd you vote for?
I voted for Barack Obama.
Okay, sure you did. Now, let me ask you, let's get back to the facts, because, see, you like to distract with the anecdote about you when you were a child.
George Bush also.
Okay, all right, here's where we get confused. See, this is why there's very little to come of conversating with you, as you say, because you can't stick to the facts, because the facts are very frustrating. The facts are sort of racist to you. But let's stick to the facts. You called my show to tell me that I was lying to the people and that this city councilman never said not to speak to the police. I don't know what she said because I wasn't there. Now, I'm going to put you back on the line. We're going to have a conversation. You ready, Maurice? You ready? You prepared? Okay. Maurice?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I'm going to read to you from the card this woman handed out, okay? Now,
what I want you to do is play a recording of what she said.
Well, I don't know what she said. I know the card that she handed out to everybody that they took home.
That she said.
Okay, I don't know what she said, Maurice. I just said that.
You don't get on your radio show and say that you know what she said. We had a council member that said it.
Okay.
Get on your radio show and say well, she passed out.
Maurice, are you stupid or do you just pretend to be? I'm going to read to you.
Is your mama stupid?
Really,
Don't
Maurice?
call me stupid, homeboy. What's wrong with you? You don't call a person stupid.
Or what happens? Or what happens, Maurice?
You don't call a person stupid. I ain't trying to belittle you, Mike. I just ask you to not lie. I listen to you all the time, every day, my man. I listen to you every day because I'm this kind of person. I can listen to Michael Harris on 1430 AM if anybody really want to hear some good stuff.
I got it, Maurice. Maurice, I got it. Here's the deal, because sadly you're incapable of having a conversation. You're not even useful as the idiot. I'm going to read to y'all the card that the city councilman handed out. Now, I'm sure that she stood up and said exactly the opposite from the card she handed out, but here is the card she handed out. Know your rights with the popo, with the police. Number 1, never open the door or a garage door unless they have a warrant. Keep your gate locked with no trespassing signs. Number 2, never speak with the police. How hard is that to understand? Now, you're right, Maurice. I said that she said it. I'm sure she said exactly the opposite. Do you deny that she handed out a card that says exactly what I just read?
I don't have the card.
Okay, I do. It's online. It's online on the Houston Chronicle, on the Houston Press, those 2 racist newspapers.
I don't have a card. I have what I heard her say. And I'm not going to let you belittle her just because you got this radio station.
I'm not belittling her.
Tell the truth. Oh, you not, man, I listen to y'all.
I done already told the truth. Which part of the truth didn't I tell? I read her card. She wrote it. It says at the bottom, copyright Jolanda Jones. How is that belittling her?
Man, I agree with you a lot on Sheila Jackson Lee. I agree with you a lot on the things that happen in our environment, in our neighborhood, and in the Houston area. But Doc, I don't agree with you lying because I look to y'all for good information.
Who is y'all?
I look to Michael Harris for good information. I listen to Rush Limbaugh for good information. I listen to Scott Hanley for good information. I don't listen to y'all for lying.
Yeah, we're not going to be lying. All the lying stops right now.
Well, that's good.
Okay, Maurice.
That's exactly what you need to do.
So let me ask you this.
And come on the radio and tell the truth, because guess what? That's what's going to help the world, brother. Not you lying and then pumping up something that's not there. What's going to help the world?
You're right, Maurice. Maurice, I think you might be distracting us. Let me ask you this. Do you think it's a good – let's just focus on the card that – and I know she probably really didn't hand it out. It's printed here. They took a photo of it and posted it. But if she had handed out a card that said, never speak with the police, you think that'd be a good idea?
No, you shouldn't. You should talk to them. You should answer their questions. Because if you don't talk to them, they're going to actually go off on you. They're going to actually treat you worse than they would at first. They're going to already treat you bad.
Because you're black.
Guess what? I am not against the police, but I have experienced the police for 46 years, my man.
How old are you?
I'm 46 years old.
You were dealing with the police when you were 3 months old? What were they doing to you?
As long as I've been living, Michael Berry.
That's horrible. You telling me you were 3 months old and the police were already bothering you?
Come on, man, don't play with me.
No, I'm serious. That's horrible.
That's where you lose your audience in your radio show when you get to acting stupid.
What? Really?
Yeah, because
where do they go?
You can be a better person. You have that. You have a tool there to use to actually, man, better this world. We are, especially you being a Christian, we are here trying to better this world, not make it worse.
I'm trying to better it, Maurice. Let me ask you this. Let's stop playing, all right? Let me ask you this. We got a person in a position of high authority.
Right.
A Houston city councilman.
Right.
To the crowd of people that assembled there, that is a person that they listen to and respect.
That's right.
She handed out a card that said, never speak with the police. Now, you know what? You are going to criticize somebody like me that they don't listen to. And I'm going to tell you this. Young black men get this kind of bull every day, all day. Don't talk to the police because they already think you done something wrong. Now, you can criticize me talking like that, but the fact is that's what they hear. She says on here, police do not have to tell you the truth. She says on here, the only reason they are talking to you is they think you've done something illegal. Never speak to the police. Never open the door. Now, you tell me, is that what we ought to be telling young people? Go ask a police officer when kids run from them and drive 100 miles an hour like Rodney King did through the neighborhoods because they've stolen a car. Go ask people when they're dealing crack and they're throwing crack out the window and they're 15 years old where they learn that the cops hate them. They learned it from their damn city councilman. Maurice, you're too stupid to understand that. You're going to tell me about being a Christian? You got young black kids killing each other and shooting at cops and getting shot by cops, and you're too stupid to realize I'm not the problem? Good grief. If you cared about your community like you claim you do, you would call these scoundrels out for what they are, which are pimps preying on these young people. But you don't have the sense. You listen to the Michael Berry Show. Telling me I'm the problem? Please. These young black kids gangbanging around the neighborhoods, preying on their grandmothers, they don't listen to me. They don't know who I am, and they don't care. And you're going to claim I'm the problem? Or some old white person is a problem? Young black kids never come in contact with the white person. They got moms that don't raise them and dads that don't know them. They walk out of their apartment and they got some grown man sitting on the corner dealing crack and some woman prostituting, and you think I'm the problem? Their grandmother, that thank God is there to raise them, is doing everything she can, but she's worried that one of these kids that Jolanda Jones is telling don't talk to the cops is going to stick her up and steal every dollar she has or break in her window, and you think I'm the problem? You've got to be kidding me. It makes you feel better to think Michael Berry's a problem. These people don't know me. They don't care who I am. Never have, never will. I don't interact with them. I'm not the reason they are where they are. I didn't impregnate that woman. I don't bring drugs into that house. I don't buy the drugs from them. I don't shoot up the house. I don't low ride through the neighborhood. Please. You know, I can cut a joke because it's funny, but you want to have a serious conversation? I'll have a serious conversation. You can't handle a serious conversation because you can't handle the truth, because you can't see the truth, because you're just as full of it as the rest of them. Walking around blaming somebody across town for problems that occur in the household. Please. And then you're going to sit and quibble with me and distract. Listen, brother, you can try that with other people. Michael Berry, you up there telling lies. What lie am I telling? Well, she said this. I don't know what she said. I wasn't there. Well, she didn't say that. All right. Well, she handed out a piece of paper that everybody there got, printed on city council paper, that says, and I quote, never speak with the police. Now, do you question that? Well, you're going to question a fact that's posted on every internet site that everybody there got? It's in her trademark pink that she does everything in. So here you got a member of city council telling people do not speak with the police. The only reason they would ever talk to you is they think you've done something illegal, and you don't have a problem with her? You ought to be insulted. You probably got a nephew somewhere in town that heard that crap. You ought to be scared to death. I'd be frightened to know that my child was being told that the police are evil. I'd be sad. I'd be scared because they are forming an opinion of law enforcement that the only reason those people are there to knock you in the head. And then you're going to draw back on some experience when you were a child? Hell, we've all had a bad experience. Stop talking about it. It's 2011. Please. And I'm going to tell you something else. I've toured prisons. I've toured jails. I've met my fair share of crackheads. And you know what? Ain't never one of them said, yeah, I've had problems with the police of my own making. Every one of them is a victim of everything in life. People shoot at the cops and get the snot beat out of them. It's their fault. Please, man. Because nobody will speak back to you because you start screaming and hollering, and you're going to decide whether I'm a Christian or not? Read your Bible, brother. You don't get to make that decision. That's not for you to decide. And if you like another talk show because they say what you like to hear or the callers say what you like to hear, then by all means tune into it. Because I'm guessing you don't get a broad range of opinion in the course of your life anyway. That's quite obvious. Stay insular and provincial and listen to the same old opinion. How's that working out for you?